The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, fellas. Roland, good morning, guys. November 18th. Today is middle of the week, which means we have crude inventories today. Good morning, Aspen. Very good morning to you. I'm not sure what else we might have, if anything at all. Nada. Housing starts at 8:30. Building permits and housing starts. Not 4-star news, but good morning, Randy, Sue, Donna, Daryl. Good morning, guys. We do have crude inventory today, and coming into the session, Moshe, good morning. Markets are bouncing a bit from yesterday. Still really lacking much volatility. Currently, the Dow futures are up 147. Ronald, good morning. Good morning. Welcome. S&P futures are up 12, and the NASDAQ futures are up 21. And Ronald, I'll come back to you in a second. Russell is up 10.5. VIX futures, guys, are down about 1 7/10 to 23 and change. VIX cash is off 4 1/3% to 21 and change. I mean, it's conducive for longs for sure. Not a lot of there's 8 a.m. Bill, good morning. Not a lot of volatility here, guys. I mean, it's since last week Wednesday is kind of when this flow or trade started. Be that as it may, I currently have gold on, guys, on the robots. Cecil, good morning. Todd, good morning. And I have done away with silver. For those of you guys that are interested, I built a Russell. One of the trial members asked me yesterday about the Russell, which I don't trade much. And so I built a Russell chart. I've deleted, or not, shouldn't say deleted. For the time being, I'm not trading silver. Truth of the matter is we've only got a handful of traders in the room that actually trade silver anyhow. So I have done away with silver. Ivan, good morning. Very good morning to you. Guys, good morning. I hope you all had a great afternoon and evening. I've also built, fellas, one other chart, which, Stephen, good morning, is an ES chart. And this is a 1-minute ES chart. Okay? Targets aren't very big, but it is pretty consistent. You know, for average first target is 1 1/4 to 1.5 handles. But it's consistent, right? So I've built an ES chart, a 1 minute. Moshe, I altered it from yours. I'm not using the 177 and 233. I'm using a 30-second on the 1 minute. We'll see what the results are, but they seem to be consistent. NASDAQ has pulled back a bit. We do have about 600 net buyers overnight in the NASDAQ. 3,000 sellers currently in gold. Gold looks like it has a shot of popping back up in here into VWAP again. If we're going to fail, good morning, Tony. Maybe we fail up in this area. ES, small net buyers, 1,200 buyers. Crude does have buyers overnight, 700 or so, 800. Copper is in a short. Went into a short at 715 on the robot and has hit targets. I doubt we may get along. Actually, I want to show you guys something. And again, I send these videos out. Every day to the trials. Most of you are at least getting them, I believe. I'm getting about 40% open, so I don't know if you're getting them or not. If there's anybody in the room that did not get yesterday's update, send me an email and I'll send it to you. But we close the room, guys, at 11:30 when Europe closes. That does not mean that trading is done with the bots, right? This is a bot trade from yesterday afternoon. This is the long that copper took yesterday after we left the room. You can see it's somewhere 1 o'clock-ish maybe. And at the time I took the screenshot here, first target was hit. So I did a screenshot on copper here. I want to stress again, just because we're not in the room doesn't mean that the bot, can't trade, right? You guys can trade whenever you'd like. One of the other things that I've noticed is that the ES, which did take a long yesterday as well, both on the Unirenko and the 15-minute, went to targets as well. So while we left the room yesterday with what I would describe as a somewhat pedestrian, almost $800, the bots traded very well yesterday afternoon. In any event, let me quickly read the disclaimer, guys, and we'll get on with it. U.S. government required disclaimer. Futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Do not trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. Lastly, guys, gold just took a long on the, what looks like, it's got to be the 3-minute. Gold is long on the 3-minute on the robot. Guys, lastly, the fact that I may take trades live does not lend any more or any less credence to a trade if I'm in it or not in it. So trade accordingly. Remember that past performance is not indicative of future results. And I want to talk to Ron Williams. Ron, today is your first day in the room, and you've missed quite a bit. Generally, I don't start trials in the middle of a week because I usually go through the room and the explanation of the room on Mondays. Yeah. So no. I want to bring you as quickly as I can up to speed. So the focus, the room is basically two-pronged. The focus is on the robot, which you're looking at right here. It's a fully automated system. And what I'll do is I will get your email. Good morning, dude. Hubba. It's a fully automated system, right? It executes trades. It is the only robot that I'm aware of its kind. In fact, I think it's the only robot of its kind, which is operating on a multi-time frame analysis of moving averages. It's not operating on divergence. It's not a rejection robot. So it's looking to trade in the direction of moving averages across multiple time frames. So when the parameters are met, it will, of course, execute a trade. Targets and stops are not generic. The targets and stops, while we do use an ATM, the targets and stops are defined by current market volatility using average true range. So the robot is assessing average true range from trade to trade right up to the point of entry. When there are robotic trades that have taken place, or if I see them, beforehand setting up for a trade, I will of course show the robot trades. The black charts that you see on my screen are 15 or 30 range charts, which I use for order flow trading. Now, for the past 7 years or so, I've traded and taught order flow, and I still offer order flow trades for those that are interested and those that would like to take advantage of order flow trades. I offer those as a means of merely trying to accelerate profitability or enhance profitability, especially in times when the robots are quiet and there's not a lot going on with the robots. So you'll see that, today, tomorrow, Friday. And then, of course, I will make sure that you get some time in next week as well so that you can have your full trial. But that's a quick overview. And of course, if you have any questions, again, I know it's your first day. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer questions. So again, for my can just change. Yeah, so Bill, so here's the deal, right? Here's the deal, Bill. You have to tell the robot how many contracts you have to give it some directive, let's say. So you have to tell it how many contracts you want it to trade. And then you have to tell it what would you like to do? Meaning I want it so let's say, here I'm showing 3. I want to take 2 off at target 1, 1 off at target 2, or you have to set a basic ATM strategy. Okay? So once you've set a basic ATM strategy, the robot is programmed that it will override your basic ATM strategy, and then it will correctly place stops and targets based on current ATR. Now, if you elect not to use the robotic ATR and stops, you can do that also. So let's say you have a base, you want to use the entries, right? You want the robot to fire the entry, but let's say you only want to take, 10 ticks. You can do that. All you do is you go into the robot. You go into the robot and you turn exits off. Once exits is off, now it will use your predefined ATM strategy. So in this instance, I've got exits on, and it is using the bot identified targets. But again, you can use your own. So for instance, in this case, it fired at 70.8. Let's say you want to take risk off at 71.8, right there, right? Just a basic ATM strategy, 10 ticks, reduce risk. You can do that. Let's see couple ticks from first target here, fellas. And what do we? 3 ticks from first target. Should get to VWAP, I would think, or pretty close to it. Can you use the bot in the same instrument on different? Of course. You can. Yep, you can, Joe. Small buyers in here. I would think this gets here. VWAP is 74.2. We do have a lot of sellers in gold today. So the first target based on, early morning pre-market trading, first target is identified as 19 ticks on gold. We're 3 ticks from target. Oh, it actually hit target. Didn't fill it to the tick. And that's generally a peeve of mine. Target filled. So I will take risk off. Manually move it. The trailing stop is way down here. Copper's in a short unless it goes long. We're not going to get a trade. But I do think that this can get up to 70. Should get 73.5 anyways. ES. This is that chart I built for the ES. This is just a 1 minute. Somebody asked me about a 1 minute chart, one of the trials, so I built a 1 minute. And as I said earlier, I have built a Unirenko for the Russell. Now the Russell would have given a short here, and it just hit first target at 20 ticks, 2 points. I don't have it on. I will turn just, and maybe I didn't address this early in the week, or if I did, let me reiterate. Generally speaking, I turn my gold robot on and silver, although I'm not running silver today. I turn my gold robot on at 8 o'clock when we come into the room, along with copper and natural gas. Okay, so those robots are on once we come into the room, and then at 9 o'clock I will generally turn crude on, and then the indices about 9:30. Now I only do that so that when we come into the room, I'm generally at 0 where most everybody is, so that you guys can see the trades. Some of them are, Daryl, some are not. So that's the answer. Some are, some are not. Order flow trades generally always are. Yeah, so the targets, again, Kirk, are determined by the robot using average true range. These are not generic targets and stops. Hey, Mark. Okay, perfect. Perfect. It's been a decent week, guys. I mean, the robots are quiet. The market, we've made money. Order flow trades have been very, very good as usual. And I do generally take my order flow trades, assuming I'm not myopically focused on charts for you guys. NASDAQ should trade up to not much higher. No, the bot is not taking volume into consideration per se, Frank. No. But clearly you need volume to move price up and down, right? But actual volume, meaning a certain number of contracts over a certain number of candles or anything like that, no. Though some of you guys in the room, hey Mark, that's impossible for me to answer, Mark. Some of you guys, especially those that are on trial, may have traded robots before. Maybe you've owned robots before. And 99% of those robots all have one thing in common. They don't make money. They do not make money. Most of them operate on the same basic premise. Not all, but most, which is divergence. There are some that try to operate on order flow to a degree. But you guys have been here for 2 days now, full days. All right, out on that. That may just come back to entry and bounce right back up. Yeah, it's just it's the basic 15-minute, same as the ES settings, Ray. That's it. Same settings. I mean, for those of you guys that trade copper, she's a beast. This was a long actually last night. This is not the same trade. So this is the trade from yesterday, right? This is a trade I showed you guys yesterday. Went long at 130. It got first target. Then we got 1915, whatever the heck time that is. Got all three targets. And then we got this beast of a long at 2,300 hours. I mean, that's a monster trade. Now, copper trades much better in the Asian session. Now we've just gotten this short at 715. But again, I didn't turn the bot on until we came in the room. So it's already in the short. First target is already hit. Correct, Randy. Yep. All I did was switch the symbol. What's funny is, you would think that all instruments trade the same, but they don't. Meaning a 15-minute on the ES or a 15-minute on copper should transfer to a 15-minute on the euro or a 15-minute on, whatever, NASDAQ. They don't. They don't. Newbie. Have you ever traded before, Ronald? Anything? Forex, options and stocks. Okay, a little bit different here. Cheryl, I sincerely hope that you are kidding. Are you serious? Okay. So you know how to use a DOM, how to sell, how to place targets and, buy and place targets. You know how to do that? All right. So let's see what we get here, guys. Okay. All right, Cheryl. Well, I will do everything I can to, Jesus, we are literally stopped here, fellas. I will do everything I can to help you. Guys, we're dead slow. Just dead slow. I mean, NASDAQ's not moving a tick. Stuck in the same overnight range as we were last night, guys, at 6 o'clock. Same range. Greg, I like 74 on a pullback. Oh yeah, I did. I did forget, Don. I will. Absolutely zero volatility here, guys. Zero movement. I don't know if I would term it that, Greg. Maybe it ranges, but not a daily. Guys, we couldn't be any flatter here, fellas. I think Nasdaq's longs, guys, for anybody that's interested. I agree with Greg on that, but it's going to have to get through 92, maybe 93. If it gets above 93, I got not much of a target, maybe 7. Maybe 7. I mean, this thing struggling to go to first target at 1.5. So the ATM that I'm using on this particular bot, guys, is 3 contracts. There goes NASDAQ, or trying. 2 off at target 1, and then I have a open target. So it will auto trail the 3rd contract. Nice job, Gary. Good Lord. Nice job, brother. One of my guys who's been in the order flow class now, fellas, for 10 weeks. Is up $1,180 on order flow trading gold and crude. Now, I don't know how many contracts he's trading. How many contracts, Gary? It surely isn't on 1 or 2 contracts. Six on crude, 4 on gold. Okay. Nice job, Gary. Listen, if you can trade 1 contract, you can trade 10. If you can trade 10, you can trade 100. It's all the same, fellas. All the same. I can tell you, ES guys, looks to me, if ES can get above about 15, she trades back up near 22, 23, above 15. Yeah, he uses the bot, and he's one of the guys that trade silver. I know he uses the bot. I don't know, Mimi. Don't know at a worse time. 30 minutes before the open of the cash session. We're trading literally in tick range here. Well, natural gas had threatened to sell. It's now moved back up. There are a ton of buyers in gas today. Almost 2,000 net buyers. Crude has bounced off VWAP. Maybe a 9 a.m. move, guys. I will take my breakfast break at 9 o'clock. So again, I built this chart last night. It is a 1-minute ES. I'm using fairly small moving averages because the ES turns slowly. So it's 3 ticks from first target here. That's it. 3 ticks. Let me answer that, Stephen, in a webinar, in a recorded webinar. Let me answer that for you. Feel free to email me. There isn't one. I would have to send it to you, Ryman. I would have to send it to you. Daryl, I do. So, Daryl, one of the trials is asking, what is the room cost without the bot? I do not offer a room only. Were I, with complete candor, were I to offer a monthly room membership, which I used to do, and the reason I don't at this point is I've never done auto bill. I always manual build. And if everybody was on the 1st or the 15th, it would be simple. But because I have people that would, join throughout the month, I'm doing invoicing and billing every day. And then, I didn't see it. Then I got to send follow-up emails. Too big a pain in the neck. And lastly, and most importantly, I would have to charge $400 a month. I mean, I think I'm worth it. My order flow trades alone. So I don't do a monthly. Yeah, thank you, Greg. In fact, my one member that's, he's been a member a couple, 3 months. He's in Las Vegas this week, who is working on almost 200,000 in the room since he joined. I said, you should be charging $699 a month. I can't. Come on. There's 9 o'clock. Guys, all I'm risking here is 5 ticks. All I'm risking is 5 ticks. It looks like it's going to come down. I'm going to shut this off and not let it take another trade until the market opens. Whatever this does, it does. I'm risking 5 ticks. That's it. Don is my man. My man, Don. Guys, I'll leave this up. I'm going to go quickly eat my breakfast, but I'll leave that up. And I will be back momentarily. All right, fellas. I should have left that on. We'd have gotten the short with a huge runner. Be that as it may. Good morning, Jeffrey. Told you guys, somebody sold 50 contracts in pre-market. That's a fairly sizable trade in the pre-market. I mean, that's a sizable NASDAQ trade, period. Let's see here. Anybody have any questions, guys? We still have a bit before the... And crude looks like it's going to turn over. It is inventory day, guys, and crude can trade rather sloppy on inventory day. We're sitting, guys. I would say anybody that's interested in the ES, maybe 5 to 6 area for the long, with a stop at 2 on the ES, 5 to 6 with a 2 stop. NASDAQ YM selling at the moment. Russell sitting. ES kind of parked. We could bounce in here on the ES, but I have 5. 5 to 6 is the area that I like. NASDAQ probably back to VWAP for a small trade long. 64, 65, 66 long with a first target at 74. It's small. This is just a slow open. Here comes that 05, 06, I think on the, let me see this chart here. Yeah, we're going to break down, I would think. NASDAQ, now you can load. Russell is holding fairly steady. Let them sell, fellas, or whatever they're going to do. Let them settle down. I mean, there's sellers in here on the NASDAQ, guys, but not many. It's small, 100 and 200 in this candle, opening candle. It's nothing. Russell got bid. ES sitting. NASDAQ basically parked. Here comes that VWAP. There you go. If anybody took that trade, you got your VWAP First target around 74. Now it's free. Still think we get 76 area. And if we can break up through 76, we trade near 995. Anybody long NASDAQ? It's a free trade at this point. Anybody long NASDAQ? It's free trade. Anybody long? Okay. All right, bunch of you guys. It's free trade, fellas, at this point. And ES and DAX. I'm not watching the DAX. Boy, this is one quiet market. Yeah, and my European guys love the DAX, and I used to trade it. I like the DAX. But most of the members in the room won't trade it. They're scared to death of it. Yeah, nice job. Nice job. And crude's bouncing. A lot of buyers in crude. That should have come down to those auctions. It may yet. Again, it's inventory day. Here's NASDAQ on order flow. The Italian Treasury aims to issue $1 US bond in 2021. Boy, not many. I mean, you probably have a long on a bounce off 64, 65 again. But we're just sitting. There goes NASDAQ. It's winding up. Here's your entry, guys, about right in here again. With a 55 stop. Maybe 50, 55, bottom of the candle. If you guys want to try to buy somewhere in there.
Order submitted.
We're above VWAP now. There we go. Free trade, guys. If you guys aren't long, it's gone. We're heading back up to near 12,000. You can buy 74 on a pullback. Doesn't change your stop. 55 is stop. 74 is VWAP. Guys, we're long on the NASDAQ. First target is about 97 from here, where if you're in it, the next target up is 97. It just hit 74. That was your entry again, right off VWAP. Only 2 contracts traded at 74. One minute is turning up on the ES. That's going to fire a trade here momentarily. And Russell is actually pulling back. If you didn't get filled at 74, it may still pull back. Stop would be 60. You can cancel that, Laura. Okay, ES is long. All right, let's see. Gold shorted on the 377. Here's gold on the 377 short. ES, it's mostly sellers and now some small buyers. Trend is always on with all trades, which means it will trade up and down as long as the parameters are met. NASDAQ. Yeah. There goes the ES on the bot. This 377 on gold is done with me today. Yes. Guys, NASDAQ on a pullback to 54 would be your entry. NASDAQ to 54 would be your entry. Where we filled. Largely sitting, guys. NASDAQ, I like long off 54. I don't know that it gets there. ES trying to do its Oompa Loompa. Slow. You have order flow. Look at your order flow. What do you see? Slow. Slow and slower here. Well, that was our pullback, fellas, I think, on the NASDAQ. It didn't come to the area that I liked. Gold, if it comes down to 70 area, looks like it's your long, 1870. Russell is limping, is what it looks like. Limping. It's doing nothing. It's sideways. Guys, this is utterly a fairly dead market. Natural gas is up, well, flat now. Gold is flat. ES can't go 2 points. Do. Seriously, this is terrible. I'd like to get to some of these damn targets so I can get some of these things off my screen. I can't see order flow. Yeah, I see it, Greg. ES is getting choked up as well. Russell is completely flat. I'm looking at the Russell. Small negative delta. Let me get rid of this for now. Ron, I know I have one. Maybe, yeah. Oh, I don't know about Utah. I think he's in Idaho. I may have a member in Utah. Guys, I see NASDAQ long off 54. Stop would be 42. Out again in the ES 1 minute. And this thing bounced, came literally, god dang it, one tick to target and bounced. One tick to target and bounced. Volatility. It's a killer.
Target filled.
One tick to first target. Who took NASDAQ long 54? Anybody take NASDAQ long 54? First target 7-4, 7-3. Okay. All right, fellas. There's your trade. 7-3 first target and then freebie. 7-3. There's a hell of a trade, guys. Come on, dog. There's 70. Come on. Seriously? Trade them as you see fit, but we should get to 7-4. If not, trade them as you see fit. Yes, it did hit at 54. No, hit quarter. Looks like it hit 54 to a quarter. Well, it just hit it now. This is some slow, lousy price action. Terrible price action. ES should bounce here. 08. No. Out on this gold. I'm tired of this 377, guys. It's just too damn small for me.
Order filled.
All right, let's try it on the short side. No, would have hit my stop. We could come down to 914 area, 915. All of them. Ryman, what you need to do is you need to go into the member area and you really need to look at the chart settings and you need to look at all of those videos. They're different settings on different time frames. The 15-minute on the ES is going to short at 10 o'clock. I don't have it on because I've got this on. Next level down looks like 15, 14, 13, somewhere in through there. 4,000 buyers in crude, and it's not going anywhere. Delta. I'm looking at Delta. There's 13. I don't think we're done selling yet. We may get a small bounce off this 13, but I don't think it's done. We're up to 1,500 net sellers in NASDAQ. All right, fellas. I'm about finished with this 1 minute thing. I wish NASDAQ would find a place to get in long. We hit 14. We could come all the way down to 875. I'm not saying we do, but that's another area. Next candle might be interesting for a long on the NASDAQ. It's just floating. It's not finding any buyers. It's just floating here. Joe, now is not the time for me to be doing education on the bots. I'm trading. I would strongly suggest, like I suggested to the person before you, you go into the member area and you watch the videos. There's also a video attached to that first email I sent you, your welcome email, that you really should watch. Guys, for those of you that are newer, I'm going to give you an analogy that I've used in the past. The bot is, listen, a chainsaw is an amazing tool. You give a guy a chainsaw, somebody will walk into the forest and cut down a forest full of trees. You give another guy a chainsaw and he goes out in his backyard and he cuts down a couple of dead trees in his backyard. Same tool, works the same. Both got what they wanted out of it. And then you give another guy the chainsaw and he doesn't bother to read the directions. And he ends up in the hospital because he has no hands left. Okay? The bot is the same thing. It's a great tool. But if you don't know how to use it, if you guys are asking me in the room, and again, I know you guys are newer with it, but there is an entire member area of videos that explain everything you guys are asking me. An entire member area. Videos that I have taken the time to painstakingly do, and education on Saturdays to do. Watch the videos. I'm happy to help. Members can access the member area. Yeah, of course. Absolutely not. Trials cannot access the member area. No. Consequently, it's aptly named, right? Member area. Guys, I'm looking for a long on the NASDAQ. This 1 minute is about done with me. It's not proving to be worth anything. I don't have a long yet, guys. Not yet. 30 minutes into it, it's been directionally. I mean, if we get down near 875, if we break this little area in here, we come 96, then 84. Now, I don't know that we break this low again, but, you know, the selling seems to be dissipating. It's not, they're not jumping all over it. I don't have a long yet, but when I do, get ready for a long. This goddamn thing. NASDAQ's only down 38 points, fellas. It's not like it's off 500 handles. Still lower highs here. I'm looking for the long, guys, down here. We're oversold on a 5-minute. I'll take it 28.5 on the move up. Order submitted. 28.5 on the move up. Now we're still going to have to come through 32. I'm long NASDAQ. Still got to come through 32. I got a target up here at 44. It's got to get through 32. Target filled. Natural gas got first target. Now, again, the fact that I'm, taking a trade live does not mean that it's a great trade or not. Trade them at your own discretion. My first target, guys, I want 44. Let's call it 43 for the sake of conversation, just below that lip. First target for me is set at 43. I'm long 28.5. And I'm trying to get to 43 first target and a final target 74. Trade them as you see fit. It's given ticks. We're obviously struggling in here. We've got this seller imbalance. I want to see this next candle open up somewhere above 32 in 7 seconds. There we go. Come on, 43. Let's go. I'm holding for 43, fellas. Trade them as you see fit. You have money. If you're in with me, you've got about 7-8 points in this thing. So trade them as you see fit. I'm trying to get 43, but trade them as you see fit. We do have some buyers. Come on, get us below 1,000 net sellers. We're losing buyers. It's floating. Got a sequential decline up here, which means I had 3 ticks of fewer buyers. Right back. In this 1 minute, we're going to try this again.
Order filled.
Come on, NASDAQ, go get 43. Let's go, Oompa Loompa. This could get to 60 if we can get some dang buying in here. If you guys want to take, risk off or take targets, it's your prerogative. I'm going to drop my first target down to 42. Okay, 42, fellas, 42. 42 for a first target. Our overhead resistance is dropping. Okay, you got 10 handles in it if you took it at 38 half. I am long with you guys at 28 half. And I am holding for 42 first target. Trade it as you see fit. If you want to take your money, take your money. We're below 1,000 net sellers. If I can get 42 first target, I have 4 contracts on. I will take 2 off. I will go to break even and hold 2. Look at this dog. Gets to 38.75. Gave 10 handles. If you guys want to take your money, take your money. Right back to entry, basically. If you guys want profits, this 1 minute ES chart, guys, is proven to be a failure. It's taken 3 trades. They're all losers. This bot will be done with me today. I'll shut it off at the conclusion of this trade. Right back to entry. Gave 10 handles. This will be the last trade this takes, and I will eliminate this bot. This bot has cost me $900 today. One of the members sent it to me. I back tested it. I looked at the chart. I'm still in it. I mean, I haven't closed my trade yet. I don't like it. Okay, guys, this is it. Done with this thing. Up $125, and this piece of crap cost me $900 of it. That's done. It's done. That will never get used again. I'm gonna probably. We're up 9 ticks. Yep. 85. 42.85. We actually got to 27. Guys, I'm still holding NASDAQ. I don't want to see it below really 13, but I'm still holding. I've not closed my trade. I would tell you if I've closed my trade. It's back through our original entry. If you guys didn't take profits and you want to get out, you can close your trade. I'm holding for 42. Well, now we're not. 40. 40 first target. This, to me, looks like it's getting ready to go long. My first target is now 40, but we can't get out of this little zone. How'd you do? Did you make money for him? Yeah, I would say call it a day. Nothing. Guys, I'm trying to get 40 now for a first target. And then I'll hold 2. I'm trying to get 2 off at 40. And then I will hold 2. I will go to break even and just hold 2. If you guys want to take money, you got, again, ticks. If you're anxious or nervous and you want to get out, take your money. It's made money, guys. I'm holding for 40. You'll hear it, target filled. Oh, you rat bag. Look at this, 39 quarter. Nice job, Frank. Nice hold. I'm holding for 40. You guys want money? Take it. Ordinarily, we'd have been at target. We should be at target by now and even working higher. Come on, 40. Let's go. Here it comes. Oh, 1 tick. Missed it. 1 stinking tick. Hit 40 to the tick. I didn't get out. Didn't fill me. Did not fill me. Did not fill me. You bastard. Hit 40 to the tick. Did not fill me at 40. We're back below 1,000 net sellers. I'm still holding, guys. Get it. Don't you be a chooch. Come on, seriously? It's all buyers in here. The candle's all green in the top half. We got net buyer, stack buyer, and balance on the top. I'm within 2 ticks. I can't get it. Do you believe this? I'm not flinching. Oh, 40. Got it. I got it that time. I'm out 40. All right, guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm still in the trade. My stop is now at entry, and I'm leaving it. Okay? My stop is now at entry, and I'm leaving it. If it takes me out, it takes me out. I got first target, 28 half to 40 on 2. I have 2 going. Lore, adjust stop loss to 42.05. Next target up. I've got to get a close above 41.42, somewhere in here. And then I'm shooting for 65 VWAP. Okay? There we go. Anybody? Nice job, Ray. Nice job. Jesus, 7,100 bucks. Nice job. I don't know how many cars you're trading, but nice job. Anybody still holding NASDAQ, fellas? Anybody holding NASDAQ? Okay, guys. All right. We're down below 900 net sellers. Guys, always trade the runners as you see fit. Always trade the runners as you see fit. I personally don't care if it comes back and takes me out at break even. Let me see if I can move our stop. Yeah, on the close of this candle, if you guys want to move your stop to 29, I mean, it locks in a few, but that's all I see, 29 for now. Now we got to work through this seller imbalance. And just because I trade it live, Dirk, doesn't mean I'm right. I take losing trades, man, all the time. Well, I am generally right. Looks like it wants to. It's holding the top of that buy zone. I really want to see 32.50 hold, and I've got 65. I'm holding at break even, guys. I'm at my entry. We're below 900 net sellers. I'd like to see us maintain this. Previous candle, we got to 824. We got some small selling in here, and we're just kind of sitting. And if you can believe it, there are no bot trades. This is the only bot trade that's on. Crude inventories in 15 minutes, fellas. Let me take a look at ES is trying to go. Good morning, Yannick. We're down below 800 net sellers. Best performing bot. I don't know what got target. Oh, natural gas. Never mind. I mean, I can give you some statistics. I would say probably the NASDAQ. I'll give you NASDAQ statistics on that 3-minute robot. Over 169 trading days. Over 169 trading days. Trading from 6 a.m. Eastern until 10:30 a.m. Eastern. And of course, shutting your bots off for news. Okay? It has grossed $78,681 trading 3 contracts. It has taken 602 trades. Now, I can give you another one. That's the NASDAQ. Hang on one second. I can give you another one. That's NASDAQ. Here's the ES on the 15-minute, which I love that 15-minute chart. Now, this is as of 2 weeks ago, Monday. If you guys are still holding, my stop's still at break even. I'll move it at the close of this candle to probably 31. Okay? Close of this candle in 3, 2, 1 seconds now. You can go to 31 stop. Next target up, 65. Here is the ES. As of 2 Mondays ago, 57 trades with 51 winners, 89.4% win rate, Kent. The ES has grossed roughly half of what the NASDAQ has grossed, but this is only over 60 days. The NASDAQ was 169 days. The ES has grossed 32,537 trading 3 contracts. That's the bot. Yes, both were the bot, NASDAQ and ES. The NASDAQ, for those of you guys that know Dr. Dean, those are Dr. Dean's numbers, and I guarantee you they are accurate to within about 1 cent. All right, guys, I'm going to take one off at 64. The 3-minute. I'm going to take one off at 64 on the NASDAQ, and I will leave one for the rest of the day. All right. So I'm trying to get VWAP here on one more. Thank you, Dean. Yeah, not bad from 28.5, right, fellas? Not bad from 28.5. Would you agree? Guys, if you're here on trial and you're unimpressed with the bot and order flow trades, there isn't much I can do for you. Here comes 64, fellas. And then I'm going to hold one for the day if I can. Guys, I'm in this trade live. I am in this trade live. Real money. Come on, one tick. Oh, you rat dog. Got it. All right, fellas. That's it. Let me put my stop in. I have one contract remaining, and I will now hold this. Let's see here. Where do I want my stop? Thank you, Jeffrey. Guys, you all should be fat and happy on that. I'm going to put my stop at 42. Okay, 42. And leave it. Okay, fellas? Let me get a stop in here. My stop's at 42. Thank you, Joe. You're welcome, Aspen. Guys, it's, again, it took a little bit of patience, but, sometimes that's trading, right? We don't always get those bang, bang, boom, boom, papa trades. I prefer them. My final target is going to be 992. 992. I'm just going to put my target at 992, and let's call it 990. Let's call it 89. 89. Okay? I'm going to put it at 89 and just leave it. I'll keep moving my stop up. My final target's at 89. I'll keep moving my... Uh-oh, green delta. Uh-oh. Green delta. I need to get a candle to close over VWAP. Okay? Then I'm trading it to here. 89. Right? 92 on my order flow. That's what I'm looking for. 89, it's dropping down. 89 to 92. That's where I'm trying to get to. What? Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions on order flow, fellas? Any questions on order flow? Russell is long, guys. Russell is also long. Anybody have questions on order flow? That was an order flow trade. Bots are dead quiet. I've lost a ton of money on that ES 1-minute chart, which has now gone into the trash heap. And the bots are still up 485. My daily delta is back green. Net buyers on the day. Net buyers. What do you mean, what I saw? I don't understand the question. Off the bottom. This is a classic easy peasy order flow trade. We're oversold down here. And I'm looking for... No, we were nowhere near VWAP. That was my second target. We're nowhere near VWAP. I mean, we were nowhere near VWAP. No, it was oversold and then buyers. Guys, I'll say this. If there's anybody out there that can trade order flow better than me, I'm not saying this to sound arrogant. I've never met him. I don't know him. My stop is at 42. I've never met him. I'm not trying to sound arrogant. I can trade order flow, fellas. Well, I think I could be wrong. Let me check it. There's a great quote. Hang on. I'm not sure if it was Joe DiMaggio or Mickey Mantle. Let me see. I'll tell you who said it. I forgot who said it. But the quote is, it ain't bragging if it's true. I mean, I've got members, George. I mean, realistically, it should not take, there goes gold. Holy Nikes. It should not take you any more than 2 to 3 months to be able to pick up order flow. If it does, you're not working it and applying. It's like anything else. How hard is it to become a surgeon? If you go to medical school and, you know, you do what you're supposed to do, probably not hard. I mean, I'm not a surgeon, so Muhammad Ali said it. Thank you. Thought it was somebody on the Yankees. Crude inventory in 2 minutes. We're probably looking for some anemic number again, around 2 million barrels. Draw of free. Okay, 1 million barrels on crude, a draw of a half, and distillates a draw of 1.5. Jackie Robinson said it. Ed? Is that who said it? You would know, brother. So my stop is in, guys, at 42. I can't lose money on this trade. Let's take a look at crude. Boy, this sure looks like it's set up for possible shorts to me. Now, if we get up through this 25, we go to 44. I'm long crude, guys, at 11. My stop is 5. I started with a 90. I've moved it to 5. If I get taken out, it's a 6-tick loss. Don't really care. But it's been as high as 25. Got 4,200 buyers. I'd surely like to see this thing break up. My guess is it'll break down no matter what it does. That's usually par for the course. It's 10:30. There we go. Come on, get through 25. Don't give me the head fake. Let's go. There we go. Look at this rat dog. And out at 5. Look at this piece of crap. Goes to 28. Takes me out at 5. No, I was already in. Looks like NASDAQ could pull back and take me out. This is going to go long now. This is going to go long. This is a long on crude. First target 43. Crude's a long, fellas. Final target 42.85. 42.85. God dang it. That's what I get for being a chump. We're going to go 73 and 43. This breaks right here. 28, it goes 40 quickly. It's long. Crude's a long. Yeah, it's a long. Crude's a long. Okay, so one of the trial members said it was Will Rogers who said it ain't bragging if it's true. Georgia election audit leads to discovery of more than 3,000 uncounted ballots in 2 counties. I'm going to get taken out of my runner here, guys, at 42. I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, I don't care. I know it's a famous quote. I don't really care. I like crude longs, fellas. Let me take a look at another chart on crude. Hang on. I don't think this is going very far. How about ES? The 15-minute bot is short. Yeah, it's already got target though, Mark. I mean, ES is just a pickle. I'm not a big ES guy. Let me see, and let me take a look at ES. Let me go back to the NASDAQ. That's what I trade. We could come down to 26 again. I don't think so, but you got 780 buyers right at the point of control, fellas. Here's your support, 42 quarter to 42 half. NASDAQ's long. This is what I said earlier. We look for big buyers. Right here, if you guys were able to grab it, anybody grab it when I said NASDAQ's long? That's why I don't pay attention to the YM and these other dink and dunk. Okay, guys, your first target is 58. First target's 58. And then it's free again. So again, another aspect of order flow, right? First off, know your instrument, right? 700 buyers on the ES, who cares? Who cares? You know, look at the NASDAQ, 16, 18, 17, 21, 5, blah, 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 blah. And then I come down here and I got a 782 buyer right off the point of control, volume point of control. 782. Look for the numbers. The numbers don't lie. 58, target 1. 58. You can try to trade it to VWAP if you want to get greedy, but you just got 58. Target 1 off. Should have been another 8-10 handle trade, give or take. Anybody take gold short? Anybody short GC? Okay, Dijon. Target 1 is 79.2. Target 1, 79.2. 79.2. This may be the slowest trade we've had in a week still. I mean, Russell looks like it's flatlined. I did miss a long on the YM, and it's building a little bit of resistance. If YM pulls back down into 90, it's a nice long, but it's 30 ticks away. See why I said 58? We got to 7.5. I'm coming in just below the swing here, that blue line. I want to be below the swing. I know that small 5-minute resistance, but I want to be in below the swing. Is there anybody here on trial that thinks they can't learn order flow? You're wrong. There's nobody that cannot learn to trade. And guys, honestly, my focus is the bots. But there's so few bot trades today that I'm, in order, to really make money and have a decent day, I've had to revert to order flow, straight order flow. And that's the nice aspect of the room. If we were just trading the bots, yeah, we'd make some money every day, but order flow really enhances that. We've pulled crude. Yeah, it should hold this area. I like crude long. It's just releasing some of these buyers that bought ahead of the news. I still like crude long. Crude's not shorts. They may sell some, but it isn't shorts. It's not shorts. Natural gas, if it gets above 28, is a long, maybe to 48. NASDAQ stock, small net sellers. I think once we get rid of Europe, this blows up. It's turning up on the 3-minute. Russell is a long, fellas. Russell is a long. It's slower than dog do, but you can target 01. It's a long. 97, this area, 97 half, whatever. Russell's a long. Not yet, Caleb. I don't have a NASDAQ reentry yet. What I'd like to see, and I don't know that we do, see now the point of control moved up here. All right, so look, you got 400 buyers here. Long, NASDAQ. Damn it. Long NASDAQ. I got another 400. They bought the point of control. It's long. But here's your stop, all the way back here at 46, which I don't dig. I got a ton of buyers, 500 buyers at point of control. 500 buyers at the point of control. We had a ton down here, 700 or something. There's your long. Now your target, we got to come through this blue swing. Target, call it 63, 62.50. We're trading in a small area. I got to get that swing out of the way. Here it goes. Boom, boom. 62, call it 62, target 1. Target hit. Boom. Just like that, they make more money. Free trade. Now it's free, right? Look for numbers. Anybody able to grab that trade? Anybody? Okay, fellas. All right, nice job, guys. How about my trials? Okay, all right. Okay, Ruben. You got first target, guys. You're welcome, Joe. So again, for my trial members, it was fast, Frank. I mean, I was talking about the buyers right here, 174 and 548, and the thing, and and it went. For my trial members, I want you to bear in mind that if you purchase the bot, you get 3 months in the room. And if you want to stay after 3 months, it's $199 a month. But if you don't think you can pay for your room membership in a short period of time, I'd argue with you and say you can. I think you can. Again, Joe, I'm not doing order flow education. Sorry. It's exactly as it implies. The point of control. It's the single tick in the entire profile. I hate Sierra charts. It's the single tick in the entire profile where the most amount of contracts have traded. Okay? That's your point of control. NQ target hasn't changed. 87. 87. I think once we get rid of the Europeans, we go hooey. We've pulled VWAP much lower. 87 if anybody is long NASDAQ. 87. What, anybody long Russell? Anybody long Russell? Okay. Target is 01. Here goes NQ, fellas. $97.4. Okay, there you go. Here we go, Russell. Come on, Russell, baby. Russell, baby, give us a trade. Come on. $28. Yeah, it's got to get above that. Yeah, 28, maybe 29. It's that number. Here goes NASDAQ, guys. Target, 87 to 90. Right off that point of control, 54. Look at this. Almost 20 handles again. I could do this all day, guys. We could pick their pockets all damn day. Thank you, DJN. It's going, guys. Look, back down to 137. We could do this all day, guys. I'll give you the target. Hang on. Let me give you an exact target. Exact target is 86. 86. Thank you, Ruben. 86. How about my gold? It's almost, oh, you little rat dog. It came to 79.5. I missed my target by 3 stinking ticks. All right, so now what we want to see in a perfect world is a pullback into VWAP back at 63. Well, if you're not in the trade. Now you want to see a pullback to VWAP. I don't think you're going to get it. I think you're just going. If you're in gold, take ticks. I missed by 3 ticks. I was off by 3 lousy ticks, fellas. I'm turning copper off. I didn't get a trade there. The Unirenko on the ES is trying to go long, and if it gets above 14 quarter, 14 half, she goes. We're down 35. Some sellers. We got a sequential decline, 5 tick sequential decline. We're going to get a pullback, which is fine. Let me see where I can come. Boy, I really would like a 50. We can get long again. Nice job, Ryman. Very nice job. Come on, Russell. Get your keister up there. All right, so let's see what we can get here, guys. I don't think we're going to pull back all that far. Russell is going to make it. If Russell gets above 99.2, you're going to get right to target, and then it's free. Then it's free. And the ES is wanting to go long on this Uniranko. If ES breaks out above 14.25, it goes. Watch that 15 on what? ES? Yeah, it's got to get above 14.5, maybe that area. Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. It's going to go. It's going to fire along probably right at 15, 14.75. NASDAQ's all buyers, guys. Green Delta again. ES 36.19. I think we can go to 22. It just breached. It went 14.5. What I need to see, ideally, is probably half or 3/4 bid, 15 offer, 15/4 offer. So now I got my breach of that resistance. We may get a small pullback. In the 15-minute candle, I got 2,100 net buyers. So we breached it, right? This is our stiff zone right here. We've pulled back a little bit. If this fires the long, it's going to be on the next candle, probably 15/4. The next Uniranko candle. NASDAQ is kind of hanging out here just above VWAP, but it's, I think, a function of time. I think you guys are going to get your 87, 88, 89 right up into here. Boy, this Russell is a rat dog. I don't have it in shorts though, fellas. It's in. I've got it in longs. What time is it? We're coming into the top of the hour. NASDAQ 77. I think these go when we get rid of Europe. Europe closes at 11:30 Eastern. Guys, you're going to get your target. You're going to get your target. Just patience. You're going to get your target if you're still holding from this trade down here. Just patience. You're going to get it. It's going. Nice job, Ray. Nice job. Target 1 filled Russell. There you go, guys. And crude wants to be an obstinate little thing. Target 1 filled. I don't like this inside candle with buyers. See you tomorrow, Ruben. Don't forget, guys, if you're here on trial, I'll be sending out a video recap today. As I will every day. Here you go, guys. No, I'm not even in natural gas. No, the bot, no. It got both targets. NASDAQ is sitting like parked. Guys, take first target on crude somewhere around 27, 28 if you want. I would shoot for 34 and then a free trade. Free trade. Anybody that's long crude. Look at the buyers. I'm really surprised it's moving this slowly, but we're coming up on 5,000 net buyers, guys, in crude. I would not. Oh, yeah, that's right. Split month. Thank you, Greg. Yeah, we've only got 165,000 contracts here. No, CL is not on the bot, Kate. Nope. The 15-minute is been in longs basically all day, and the Unorenco is not flipped into a long. I don't even have it on anymore. It's after 11. The only thing that is running, let's see here. I've turned copper off. I've turned ES off on the 15-minute. I can turn natural gas off. That's not going to give me another trade in this session. Gold is off. I'll show you what we got going here, fellas. Why is ES? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, it's the same trade. That's why. Here's what we got going. This is all that's going. You've got long on the Unorenco on the ES, wherever the heck it is. Oh, right here, Unorenco. So we're long 3 contracts. It shows up on all 3. It's the same account. And then on the Russell Unorenco, we have a runner. That's all we got going. That long there. It's an open target. It's an open target. So if this thing, pulls back, it's basically at break even. You been in the room all day, Kate? Yep. So this morning, when I opened the room, I said one of the members, or one of the trial members, asked about Russell and said, why don't I trade the Russell? Since nobody trades silver, I have built a Russell chart. I really don't trade the Russell. I did it for one of the trial members that asked about the Russell. Anybody holding Russell still, fellas? Anybody still holding Russell? Excuse me. I'm sorry, Kate. My wife did last night too. I'll give you guys the bot total now. Everything is off, fellas. Bots finished up 535. 535.